Multimedia Super Reader, presented by Katie Ritchie. My super reader trait is courage. My culturally responsive topic is facing your fears. I chose facing your fears because every child has fears they have to face, and they use courage when facing those fears. Children become more courageous every time they face a new fear. I chose the grade level 5. And my objectives are when tying into a history lesson about slavery or war, the students will learn about courage and how courageous these people were. They will have an idea of how much courage it took during these times to survive. I will also just simply teach them about courage because it is a wonderful, almost necessary trait one should have. My real-world problem is a student is being bullied by one of his peers and has to stand up to the bully. To be able to stand up to the bully, the student must have courage. We need to teach our students to become and remain courageous so they can face a number of challenges they may experience. The essential questions my students should be able to answer after learning about courage and facing your fears is, what does it mean to be courageous? And why is having courage so important? The Kentucky core content within this lesson, our students will understand that cultures develop social institutions to structure society, influence behavior, and respond to human needs. Students will understand that interactions among individuals and groups assume various forms and are influenced by culture. Students will also describe causes of conflicts between individuals and or groups today and give examples of how to resolve them peacefully. My read-aloud book is Henry's Freedom Box. I chose this book because it displays courage to the main character, Henry, and includes information about slavery also. It teaches children how courageous slaves like Henry had to be and why they had to be so courageous. My author study was on Patricia Polacco. Patricia's struggled to read and write during elementary school, but when she was almost 14 years old, one of her teachers discovered that she had dyslexia and decided to help her. With the teacher's help, she finally learned to read and write. She came from a family of wonderful storytellers, but she didn't start writing herself until she was 41 years old. Patricia states that she gets her ideas from the same place that you do, my imagination. All of us have a voice inside where all inspired thoughts come from. I have many voices inside me. From my Russian background, my stories are kind of ethnic, primitive, Eastern European. That's one type of voice I write in. Another is my Midwestern American farm voice. I also write in a Jewish voice. My family was part Jewish and part Christian, which is an amazing thing. My story picture books are Thank You, Mr. Falker. Tricia starts out loving school, but she has difficulty learning to read. This makes her feel dumb until 5th grade when a new teacher helps her to read. Black Dog. A big black dog comes to visit the Hope family. The dog grows to the size of a T-Rex before you can blink an eye. All the Hopes try to hide from the dog, except Small Hope, who goes outside to confront the dog. Desmond and the Very Mean Word. Desmond gets a new bicycle and can't wait to show Father Trevor. As Desmond is riding through the town, some boys shout a very mean word at him. Thundercake. A little girl is frightened by the sound of thunder. With the help of her grandmother, she overcomes her fear. Together they gather the ingredients for and make a thunder cake. Henry's Freedom Box. Henry's wife and children were sold to another slave owner, and he was devastated. He decided he wanted to be free, so he hid himself in a crate or box. He then had his friends help him escape to a place where there were no slaves. My trade books are The Secret School by Mary Bauer, The True Confessions of Charlotte Doyle by Avi, Number the Stars by Lois Lowry, and Bud, Not Buddy by Christopher Paul Curtis. My nonfiction books are Passage to Freedom, The Sugihara Story by Ken M., The Diary of Anne Frank by Anne Frank, The Bravest Dog Ever, The True Story of Balto by Natalie Standiford, and The Story of Ruby Bridges by Robert Coles. My apps and websites are A Parcel of Courage, which is an a picture book app that teaches children about courage and includes mini games and interactive activities. Pillow Mountain is also an interactive picture book app that teaches children about courage. And my two websites are Carrots Are Orange, which provides 101 ways parents can teach their children courage, and commonsense.org, which is a website that provides educators with tools they can use to teach their students courage. So here is a look at Carrots Are Orange. It's just a list of 101 ways to teach children courage. And also commonsense.org. And here are some of the tools, and here are the tools within subjects such as ELA classrooms, math classrooms, science classrooms, social studies, and for all classrooms. My professional journal article explains how courage and fear are related and how to build courage. And my resources are my rubric, the citation for my journal article, and then Scholastic, which was information about Patricia's inspiration. Thank you.